my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this right here. Buddy. It was another Buddy Hield sighting. Buddy Hield leads the Warriors over the next fake Michael Jordan. And the Cavs collapse in epic fashion against the Pacers. And this is what I'm going to tell you guys. I was sitting there in that fourth quarter with about 5 minutes to go, and I was done. I was done with those Pacers. I was like, exit left. Exit left. I'm sick of seeing them because they were breaking it up and really playing with no effort. And it looked like they were just happy because they stole game one. So I was like, man, they can't get off this. Well, this game can't be over fast enough. I want to see the next game. I want to see the Timberwolves and the Warriors. So they start playing this foul game with, it seemed like it was forever, folks. It seemed like it was the last 5 minutes. What the hell happened? What the hell happened, folks? Because again, every time it looked like they were going to come back in those last 5, 3, 2 minutes, I was like, please, just let this game end. You lost. Why try to make a comeback in the last couple of minutes? It's over. Save your energy for next game. It didn't look like you had any energy for this game here. What are you doing? Well, what they're doing, or what they did was, I don't know what the hell happened. I do not know what the hell happened. And I'm just saying, folks, I don't want to hear no excuses about the Cavs losing. You got starters sitting on the bench for the Cavs, smirking and laughing and having a good time. Yeah, I should say injured starters or their key players who are sitting on the bench, supposedly injured. Now, this isn't a good look. I don't know what the odds are. I would have to look it up. You know, I don't hit you guys with a lot of numbers. I just like to talk about and speak about reality. Okay? Vegas cleans up again. What the hell just happened? And I'm sick of hearing these play-by-play guys talk about these guys or these teams having a lot of rest. And then they say this team had too much rest. Or this team didn't have enough rest. It's like, give me a break. Can we stop using these excuses? Can we stop? Let's just stop. They were saying last night that the Timberwolves had too much rest. So if the Warriors lost, they didn't have enough rest. I mean, what is it? What is it? Goodness God. So nobody knows what happened last night in that Pacers game. And it's why these guys look like the biggest idiots in this era. They're always flexing and showboating after they hit a shot. Why? Why? You're in the second quarter. It's 10 minutes to go in the second quarter, and you act like you hit a game-winning shot. It's a stupid. Go watch the GOAT play basketball. Michael Jordan wasn't flexing after every shot. Even after some of the most spectacular, mind-blowing, jaw-dropping shots of all time, Michael wasn't flexing. What is wrong with these guys today, man? I don't understand. I mean, doesn't that have to destroy your morale? After you do all this flexing all game? and then you lose? I'm not understanding it. It makes me wonder, do these guys even care about winning? I don't know. We lost. Let's go spend our money on the off season. Who cares? I don't know what's going on with the NBA, man. Some people say this is good. I mean, I won't say it's bad, but it's not great in the sense that you have these teams collapsing. You know, you could even say OKC in a way, but I wouldn't say it'd be on the collapse of what we just seen with the Boston Celtics and the Lakers. I mean, 10 points really ain't nothing, in this era. We talk about OKC losing to Denver the other day, but goodness God, the Boston game in the Cavs last night, both teams were in total control and up by 15, 20. Their opponents were lifeless, really didn't have any hope. And like I said, it just looked like, the Pacers were happy that they stole one. Happy to be back in the building the next day, or the next game after they had stole one. And it was basically up to the Cavs to play their best game. And that's what the Cavs did. The Cavs came out and destroyed the Pacers and played their best game. And, the game was like, I'm going to need some coffee for this one. It was boring, folks. I don't know, man. It's just something about the Cavs. I'm not going to lie. In the Pacers, it's just their whole aura and team is just boring. I don't know, man. It's just boring. And right on time, right on schedule, right on cue, play the music. LeBron James had to be talked about in a Pacers-Cavs matchup. I guess this was around, I want to say, when the Pacers were more competitive, the 14-15. So it went from 14-15, 15-16, 16-17, and 17-18. They were showing LeBron James going against the Cavs. Really? They were showing LeBron James going against the Cavs. And my God, this is what these guys have to do to keep a job. This is what Unclutch Sports does, is pay off the media to keep a loser on your mind like he was a winner. And now, some of these Cavs fans, well, at least we was going to the finals every year. We're down 0-2 to the Pacers. LeBron James, he beat the Cavs every time. Or beat the Pacers every time. Now we're down 0-2 to the Pacers. This is the dumb stuff they're thinking about today. You beat nobody on that Pacers team. I was kind of stunned a few times when I saw the Cavs just drive to the basket. And what's this guy's name? Is it Miles Turner? And he literally didn't even try to contest the shot. It was weird. I'm like, dude, you're a center. Did you forget? You're more than just a spot-up three-point shooter, which I don't know how the hell this guy became a three-point shooter. I don't know how the hell Siakam became a three-point shooter. That's how easy it is in this era, guys. Everybody's a spot-up three-point shooter, but they have no paint game at all. Two centers have no paint game, but they know how to spot up and shoot threes. It's weird. Or we'll say they have more of a three-point game than a paint game. It's weird, man. It's weird. Buddy. I remember, one of my subs said, "Man, I knew you was gonna clown LeBron James on that Met Gala yesterday." I said, "Well, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I'm not monetized, so at times I can say what I want to say. A lot of guys, they can only say what monetization lets them say. So I'm not doing this for money. I mean, I could do it for money. All I have to do is erase like all my videos and start over, because that will basically do it. But I'm going against what YouTube don't want you to do. They want you to speak half truths. And then you can get a whole bunch of bot subs. Because I remember, I said, how does this person have all these subs and his channel sucks? So I start going through his channel and start going through his subs, and they're nothing but fake subs. They don't exist, folks. They don't exist. The majority of subs don't exist on some people's channels. They're bots. Stuff out here is real. How real is it that bots are so real that you can put something on YouTube and it will flag you, copyright you in seconds, with tens of millions of people on the internet uploading video? Do you think there's somebody behind the scenes that could look at your video that fast and flag it and copyright it, hit you with a copyright strike? Nope. It's the technology, it's the bots that is able. And what's so crazy about it, it's kind of like they're playing God too. They can find out certain stuff, even if you try to wiggle your way out of something. It's almost like they're there and they know you're doing it. They know you're trying to cut a corner to make it this way so you don't get copyright strike. Oh, they know. But the fact is, some of their, I won't call them any names, but some of the people that they love on YouTube, they will let them go ahead and break the rules up and down as far as copyright strike and all this stuff. They'll let them break the rules because their channel sells merch for them. Their channel sells advertisement for them. They stay on the up and up and go a straight line for YouTube. So they will reward these people as long as you don't speak out of turn. So guess what? I don't care. I don't care if it gets 20 views or it gets 20,000 views. I'm not here for the money. I don't care about YouTube's money. Because if I cared about YouTube's money, I could no longer express my full opinion on life. I couldn't. I could no longer express, because I would get flagged. They would find a way to start doing it, or they just won't even give you the views. That's one of the biggest thing is they won't give you the views. One thing to get copyright flagged, whatever like that, but they will stop you from getting the views. They will make sure your own subs don't get. Let me tell you how much I care. Do you ever hear me on here say, subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notification? You don't ever hear me begging people. Scamp will have a whole segment after his video begging people to subscribe and all this, which I'm not trying to say that's bad, but I'm not a beggar. I'm not in it for money like him. Obviously, he's in it for money. As soon as he was licking on Gilbert Arenas, you knew he was on there for money, because Gilbert Arenas is only in this for money. Because I told you guys before that everybody's scared to tell you these NBA players don't make the money you've been told. They don't make the money you've been told. So Gilbert Arenas never made the money you were told. And they need money, folks, because they don't have the money you've been told. Yeah, it shows you something when he's going on Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock's channel. That just shows you something right there. Not that I don't, not that I dislike Jason Whitlock. they say a lot of good stuff, but you know, these people, they flip-flop so much about life and their opinion and what they stand for. It's just crazy. You know, I like Candace Owens during the, you know, well, Trump and Biden, well, Kamala Harris and Trump was running for president because she exposed Kamala Harris inside out. But after that, it became a little lame. It became a little soap opera-ish. It became a little, you know, basically what I just said, became a little soap opera-ish where you just don't care about a lot of, you know, the soap opera-ish stuff. You know, and now that Trump's in office, she's not holding Trump to any standard for anything he's doing. And a lot of people who were begging Trump or trying to get Trump in office, and they were basically bagging. They were basically bagging on you know, Biden when he was in office and his policies and the stuff he was doing, which it was well deserved. I mean, now what their president is doing, you don't hear nothing bad. So, you know, this is what's wrong with, you know, Candace Owens and, you know, other people that was trying to get Trump in office who had big channels. They're silent. They're not saying nothing bad about Trump. They're not, like, what? They're silent. This is crazy. You could go through a whole recession and Candace Owens ain't saying nothing about Trump. She got her money from the Trump administration, or from that, wherever she, I don't know if it's administration, but you know, from the Trump party, she's good to go. All these big names that were pushing Trump or Harris, whatever, they was getting paid. And sometimes, you know, some of them were paid, is, you know, the companies, corporations were paying their campaign. That's why I keep trying to tell you dummies, when a president or any official runs for office, they're going to do for the companies and corporations that funded their campaign. They don't have nothing for you. Nothing. You didn't put them in office. The companies and the corporations basically put them in office. So this is what I mean. I don't care about being monetized because I can say whatever I want to say. I don't have to go with the, you know, some of these people out here, they're just funny. They're still pushing this black and white thing. You know, it's so ridiculous. It's like, what do black people want? More black people live in suburbs today than any other time. There's basically I would say about 80% of the hood is gone. It's been gentrified. White people live there and other minorities live in there. If, you know, when you look back at it, if the United States was this bad, why I would say about 90% of the people that come to the United States are minorities, brown-skinned people. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know what these people, what black people want. You keep screaming racist. Like, everybody is racist. Be racist back. How could you love Martin Luther King and you love, you know, Martin Luther King and you love Malcolm X at the same time? They were against two different things. They was against two different things. Martin Luther King basically was trying to shake hands with the Klan, and Malcolm X was against the Klan. That doesn't make any sense, how you can be for both. I mean, sometimes it's just weird. I'm not too sure about this. People don't know if they want to vote Democrat or Republican. How about you? It's all nonsense. It's trash. They don't care about you. They're not for the people. Whatever country you go to, the government is set up basically the same. They don't give a damn about the people. They never give a damn about the people. They look out for the companies and corporations that give them money. That's it. That's it. So, this is why people can't say what they want to say, because they don't want to lose money. And I'm cool with it. Some people like to keep it sports. But the reality is, you know, sports is just sports, man. Bunch of overpaid, you know, whiny-ass grown men in this era, to me, who aren't even good as the guys back in the past. So, this Timberwolves game, man, this, I don't know, man. I'm going to give Anthony Edwards the benefit of the doubt. I'll give him the, what do you call it? The play-by-play benefit of the doubt. They had too many days off. I mean, grown-ass men giving grown-ass men excuse. And you got to give them an excuse because you got to wonder why they're not producing and coming through and they're making this kind of money. So you got to give them a girly excuse. There's no excuse. Again, if they didn't have enough rest, you're gonna say, oh, they're tired. What? Huh? The fact is, they were just bricking it up. After a while, you're just gonna start missing these shots. You're only taking one shot. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And to me, it wasn't great ball movement. And, these guys kind of get frustrated and fluttered and all this stuff when a guy's up on them. Like, they've been letting them play pretty much in these playoffs. Instead of a pick and pop, how about a pick and roll to the basket? How about a pick and roll to the basket? We'll see what happens tonight, man. I mean, for some people, this is great. I mean, you have a lot of legacy on the line for me, or to me, with a lot of these players. So it's going to be interesting to see who makes it to the finals and who doesn't. And to me, like I said, Boston Celtics, you better get to the finals. Or to me, your ring was trash. Last year, your ring is on par with the bubble ring. OKC, you don't get to the finals. One of the biggest overrated teams of all times. And this is the problem, guys. If this happens, we saw what happened last year. Last year was just a shame. A lot of teams get to the finals playing nobody, playing against teams that was hurt. We won't say that too much in the West. I would say that more in the East. But when you look at what happened last night with the Timberwolves, you see what happened with the Cavs, you saw what happened with the Celtics, and this has to do with these teams not having their own play style, not having their own game. And they all had the same game. 3-3-3, 3-3-3, 3-3-3. And you just look at these head coaches, and they're not real head coaches. They can give you a big name that was a big name back in the day, but these aren't real head coaches. I can guarantee you that a YMCA coach that's in a YMCA league can coach this era. I believe any kind of coach who calls himself a coach that coaches basketball can coach this era. Just dudes chucking up threes and a pick and pop. That's all you got. And a bunch of whiny babies that don't want to be coached. They run the team. So, I don't know, man. Like I said, Vegas is cleaning up. And this is why I don't bet. Most of the people I know that bet, they make no money. They spend all their money, or they spend money every single day gambling, and they basically make no money. And when I say make no money, I'm not trying to say, oh, they didn't win $5 or, $100. I'm talking about for all the times they bet, which is every single damn day. You never hear them come back and say, I won 10,000 or I won 5,000. It's crazy because these people not only, this is crazy. Like I said, they sports gamble, they scratch off, they lottery gamble, and they gamble online, casino, or they go to the casino. I'm like, how do you do it? How do you do it, man? How do you just like blow all your money like that? And there's people out there, I'm like, wow, these people out here, they're just out of control. I know a lot of people, they just spent a lot of money on gambling, eating out, drinking, smoking. I'm like, how do you do it, man? It's amazing. But yeah, Vegas wins again. Vegas wins again.